Tipsy Tennis Podcast. I am at the U.S. Open day one of the qualifying rounds. I'm here with Vibe Tennis. What's your name?
Richard Henry.
Richard Henry. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Vibe Tennis? What it is? How did you get started? What inspired it?
Great. So Vibe Tennis is a brand I started out of my passion for music and tennis. Grew up on the island of Barbados, family of musicians. Mom taught me how to play piano and got into tennis, and all of a sudden I go, hey, these are the things I want to do. Went to school to become a designer and an architect, ended up coaching tennis for a living. And I'm the director of Country Club in White Plains, New York, Metropolis Country Club. So one day I'm sitting in the pro shop, no lessons have happened. I'm going, I got to start something for myself. Always been interested in fashion, and out came in my head, I'm like, I got to start a clothing brand. And the word vibe kept coming up. I said, okay, Vibe Tennis, we're going to make this into a whole movement, a whole experience. So sketched some headphones over, tennis ball on a napkin, and then got a trademark that, now we're here.
That's not too far about how I got started. I was like sitting at home, and I was like, I had this idea. I played club tennis at Fordham, and every single Friday we had tipsy tennis. We had practice 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Friday was like, we have a little fun with it. And so like tipsy tennis was already like, in the ether. Then I, on the back of like of an envelope, I just drew some shitty sketch of like this logo that I had, and then I sent it over to an artist, and then he put it together, and now,
That's dope, though. I've been seeing
here.
you guys on the ground. I follow you guys, man. It's good to finally meet,
Yeah.
and connect with the energy, because I'm all about the energy and the vibrations. And, I think it's really cool. I saw the interview with Touré. That was dope. So, like I said, man, it's all about good vibes and just kind of growing the brand,
So do you focus mostly on like apparel?
Yes, indeed. So we're apparel company, more like a lifestyle brand, I would say.
How long have you been? How long ago did you start?
2016.
2016.
2016. We've been cranking. Started off with hats and T-shirts and the usual, and then now we have visors, windbreakers. Did a collaboration with a shoe company, Ron Donovan Shoes. We did some work out of Italy. So just moving, But the idea, the whole overall vision is Vibe Sports Apparel. So we'll have the tennis, the pickleball, golf. You get it.
That's exactly where I'm at. It's like it's serious, but it's also not so serious. You know what I mean?
I wanted to bring something fun. I remember as a kid going to all of these big surfing events in Barbados, and the entire beach, nobody knew how to surf. The people that were hanging out, they're not, but they were into the whole culture, and the community aspect, and it was cool, the cool factor. So I'm like, as a tennis player, I'm like, I wanted to bring something cool and exciting to tennis, and I'm like, I think I have an idea of what some cool things are, and then just being in music and being in art and all that kind of scene, you bring some of that into tennis. I think you can reach more people, and expose the sport and grow.
How did you get started playing tennis?
Oh, wow.
Tell us the origin story.
Oh, man, you want to go way back. So,
yeah.
So we got to go back to the island of Barbados.
Island of Barbados, what year is it?
Geez, this has to be 1989, 1990-ish. So,
okay.
Shout out to my brother, Ruel Henry, who's over in California. My brother, Ruel, is the one that inspired me to pick up a racket. He got involved in tennis. I was playing cricket. I know if you're familiar with cricket. So I was a big cricketer on the island, very passionate about cricket. My brother gets into tennis, and he starts killing it. He's crushing, and he's the man. And I'm going, I want to be like this dude. So I kind of tagging along, following up, and kind of was in his shadow in terms of, hey, that's Ruel's brother. And then finally I started to get better at the sport.
How old were you when you started?
Started the game, I would say 10 and a half, 11-ish, yeah. And yeah.
Did you play like any college? Or?
Yeah, great question. So I was fortunate enough to get on the world ranking scene as ITF Junior World Ranking, and that got me off the island. Very grateful to all the people that helped me with those.
Any shot, Nigel Liverpool?
That sounds like really familiar. Is he in Brooklyn somewhere?
Yeah, or Adrian Clark?
Adrian Clark, of course. Adrian coached me.
Yes.
Adrian did my college video.
Yo, let me tell you something. So I grew up in Brooklyn, and I was training I started playing tennis at Prospect Park Tennis Center. At the time, Adrian was just a coach, And then now
he's the director of
he's
it.
the director. I literally saw him this morning. I was at Prospect Park Tennis Center.
Adrian Clark is the man.
He's the for
Adrian
sure.
is the man. So Adrian is the one who's very instrumental. Helped me get my college video. I went to Jackson State, played Division I tennis at Jackson State for 4 years, and I'm still in touch with Adrian. He plays a mean steel pan. You ever heard him play steel pan?
I've heard stories. I
man.
haven't seen it yet.
Adrian is vibe.
He's vibe
Adrian
tennis.
He's vibe tennis all the way. DNA full of vibes, man. But
So, are you from? So you're from New York?
No.
I mean, you're from Barbados, but like, where do you live now? You're in.
I live in Connecticut.
Connecticut, not too far.
Yeah, and the club's in Metropolis is in White Plains.
What's your favorite part about tennis? Is it playing, watching, the community, the peril,
That's a fully loaded question. Listen, tennis to me is an amazing sport as far as the physicality of it. Then you have the mental component, but then there's also a sophistication I think that comes along with tennis, with the whole movement. Back in the day, everybody said, "Wow, They never play tennis, and they wear Sergio Tacchini sweatsuits, and that was trending. I think tennis, more importantly, teaches a lot of life skills. You're down and out. You're down 5-love. You're down a break. How are you going to? Same thing that you apply in life. Things don't always go your way. I'm holding my serve the whole match. All of a sudden, I get broken. Then what do I do? How do I pivot? How do I make adjustments? And the same thing you can apply in life. So I think the bigger picture is the more people we get playing tennis and falling in love with the passion and having a passion for tennis, I think they can apply a lot of those skills to life.
For the U.S. Open, who is your pick to take it all? I know we had a crazy Cincinnati final, which if we see the same thing, it's between Djokovic and Alcaraz in the finals, it's going to last like 7 hours. But
I would love for a Djokovic-Alcaraz U.S. Open final. That would be marquee blockbuster. That would be the vibes going crazy. Everybody on the planet. But I don't know, man. Novak's a beast, man. So I'm going with those two guys.
Yeah.
Either one of those guys.
Rune and Zverev are over there. Do you think they're contenders for the tournament?
I think they're contenders to go deep. As far as making it all the way, who knows, man? You know what? It is New York. And anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Well, thank you so
man.
much.
Pleasure finally meeting in person, but we gotta get.
Thanks for stopping me. Thanks for the time.
This is what caught my eye.
Yeah,
I was over here with my daughter. Yeah.
We got the whole thing.
Dope.
We got the crew. We're all wearing the Tipsy tennis gear.
We're gonna get you guys some vibe gear too. Don't worry, man. Get you some vibe swag.
I'll get you a Tipsy tennis gear as well.
Yeah, I'd love to do some exchanges. Pleasure, man.
Vibe tennis.
Tipsy
tennis all day. U.S. Open. Come check us out and stay tipsy.
Boom.